Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm reviewing the YSL All Hours foundation. As you can see, I have another sample bottle. That's because this foundation retails for £35 per fluid ounce, so it's definitely a high-end foundation. Now this foundation comes in, it claims on the website, 22 shades. So I've had a look on the website and I kind of found it a little bit more difficult to maneuver and find my shade. It does have a shade matching section for you, so you can kind of pick your skin tone and your undertone out of these, which I think is supposed to be beneficial. However, I've had a look and there's like one dark-ish shade. The rest are kind of light to medium tones, which is beneficial for those of us that are paler. However, there's like one dark shade which is not inclusive at all, and it doesn't look very dark to begin with. I have the shade BR10, and this is supposed to be the lightest foundation according to the lady at the counter. However, when I went and did my shade match on the shade match finder on the website, it said that I was supposed to be B10, which I think is the one with a neutral undertone. This one is more of a cool undertone, peachy pink, which I'm not normally. Normally I'm a neutral undertone, but then it must mean that the neutral undertone is darker than this one. I'm going to insert some swatches down below so you can see how this shade compares to other foundations in my collection. So this is the YSL All Hours foundation in BR10. This is the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect foundation in Creamy Vanilla. This is the NYX Total Control Cover Drops in Pale. This is the Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in F1. So we're going to have a look at the claims on the website. So it's supposed to be a matte foundation with a flawless finish for 24 hours. It has rich levels of fine pigments, which means it's full coverage and flawless without being mask-like, so it's apparently supposed to be a bit more natural looking. It's supposed to be waterproof and transfer resistant, with no compromise on comfort, so it's supposed to feel lightweight. And it's just supposed to kind of stay matte all day, so I would have thought that this would have been more suited towards oilier skin types. However, the website says it's suitable for all skin types and has SPF 20. Now, the problem you can have with matte foundations is you've got nothing kind of for dry skin to soak up, which is my skin type, and normally I find with the dewier foundations they work better for me because my skin has something to kind of soak back in to prevent those dry patches from forming. However, I have found a couple of matte foundations that work for me, so I think we'll kind of see how this one wears throughout the day. So yeah, if you like this video then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and if you press that notification bell you'll be notified every time I upload. So if you want to see how the YSL All Hours foundation lasts on my dry skin throughout the day, then keep on watching. So the little sample pot I have is like a glass bottle, which I'm properly impressed by. When you open it, oh, it comes with a little spatula. That's a little bit weird, but we'll go with it. So I'm hoping the shade is light enough. The lady at the counter said that it's supposed to be the lightest shade, which is why I went for a cool rather than a neutral undertone. So we'll see. I'll just apply it to the face. I definitely use quite a bit, and now we're going to see how it blends out. As usual, on one side of my face I'm going to use my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and on the other I'm going to use the Real Techniques sponge. Oh! This is looking actually very full. It's definitely completely matte. I would agree with this statement online that it says it's completely matte. I'm not seeing like a satin finish here or lots of dew coming through. It's very matte and very full coverage. Like, you can still see the spot, but that's because it's raised. You don't see so much of the redness coming through. It's looking really nice on my forehead too. It's not clinging to any of my dryness. So I wouldn't say this is a shade match at all for me. I think it has a little bit of a more yellow undertone actually. And this is supposed to be the shade that has a cool peachy undertone. So I'm not sure why that is, but I'm definitely thinking it's starting to look yellow, as you can see here. And it's like maybe oxidizing a shade since I applied it, as it's starting to look a bit dark on me. But overall, I do like how it's sitting on my skin. It looks really nice. I wouldn't say it looks super natural and super skin-like, but it doesn't look masky and cakey and makeup-y either. We'll see how it applies with the sponge. I feel like the coverage is a lot less with the sponge. It's soaking up rather a lot of product. It does look more skin-like doing it this way. Yeah, so as you can see, this side I would say looks about medium coverage, and this side looks full coverage. I definitely think, especially you can kind of see on my nose, how it's actually oxidised more on this side since being blended out. It's definitely built to full coverage with the sponge, and it still looks nicer to me than the brush side. I would recommend applying this foundation with a sponge, as when you apply it with a sponge, it looks a little bit more natural and it's buildable to full coverage with the sponge. But it looks really, really nice on the skin. It's full coverage, it's buildable to full coverage with a sponge, because it doesn't look quite as nice with a brush. But honestly, I think this looks really beautiful on the skin. Now the light, it has oxidised about a shade since I put it on, so bear that in mind. When you swatch it in store, let it sit on your skin for a minute or two, and then you'll kind of see the true shade it's going to be when it's on your face. So as you can see, it is far darker than my neck, so I am going to blend down my neck. But for now, I'm going to go pop the rest of my makeup on, and I'll be right back. So I'm back and it's 1 o'clock. I definitely set my face around 12ish. I don't know what I've been doing for an hour, but I set my face around 12ish, so I'm going to call that the check-in time. But honestly, the makeup looks okay. I just feel it looks like makeup-y, like properly makeup-y. I think it does, it still looks full coverage, it still looks matte. I just feel like it's going to start settling into my lines. It's already started to settle into my forehead lines, and it just looks fairly makeup-y. Like, you can easily tell from a distance I have quite a bit of makeup on. If I sorted like my forehead out, then it would be nice and I'd probably wear it for something like clubbing, something where I want to look really flawless, and I don't mind if I look like I have makeup on. I feel like you guys see me put on very similar products every week on my face, but that's because if I know how they perform, I know what the foundation's doing to them. I see the benefits of the foundation holding on to products much more if I use a product that I know is likely to hold, or I know if it's likely to come off and the foundation holds on to it, that's a good thing. So to conceal, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 5. To set my under eyes and my cheeks, I use the Barriere Ready Set Smooth Powder. On my eyes, I use the Morphe 15N Nightmaster palette. Now, I felt like with this foundation on, because I forgot to set my lids, it stuck really badly to my eyelids, so the colours didn't blend out quite as well as they normally do. On my eyebrows, as usual, I use my Busted Revolution Redemption palette. To contour, I use my Makeup Geek contour pan in Infidelity. For blush, I use this colour from the Revolution Sugar and Spice palette. For highlight, I took this pink colour from the Revolution Soph highlighter palette. For mascara, I use the L'Oreal Miss Baby Roll mascara. For setting spray, I use the Revolution Pro Fix Illuminating Setting Spray. And on my lips, I use the NYX Soft Matte Metallic Lip Cream in Dubai. And as usual, everything will be linked in the description box down below. So I'm going to wear this foundation for about 8 hours today, and we'll see how it lasts. Hey guys, it's about 4:15, so I've had the foundation on for just over 4 hours now. And looking at it, it still feels makeup-y. It looks very similar as to how it did when I applied it. You can kind of see the foundation settled into my smile lines here and the wrinkles on my forehead, so I don't know that this would necessarily be for mature skin. But I think, say you were the kind of person that took around your sponge and blended it out, I don't think it would be that much of a problem. Otherwise, it looks really nice. You can still see all the products on my face. I am really enjoying it, apart from the fact that it's settled. But otherwise, it is really nice. Still full coverage. It's not starting to separate anywhere as of yet. So yeah, I am liking it so far, so let's hope it stays that way up until the 8-hour point. Hey guys, it's 9:30, which means I've had this foundation on for about 9.5 hours now. And actually it's not looking too bad. It's looking better than the Clinique one yesterday did at this point. It's not separated, it has settled fairly badly into my lines, but that kind of happened at the 2-3 hour point. And it's not really changed much since then. I wouldn't say this is transfer proof like it claims to be. It's not looking too cakey, it's not separated anywhere, it's looking the same as it did near enough upon first application. So actually I'm really happy with how this has held. So I think if this looks really good on your skin and doesn't settle into your lines too badly, say you don't have many lines, I think this will work really well for a lot of you. But yeah, so if you like my videos then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. Thank you for watching.